Gonna be October 28th, and this is a special ed edition of the news. Get it? Special ed. I got an ed tie. See? Wilbur said I could do the news tonight. So special Sunday news. I didn't think the news was too good though. There's lots of stories about baseball and stuff. I don't really like baseball. I don't care about baseball much. Well, anyway, in the news, there's technology stories. I like technology. I want to get a technology hat. I'm going to get a camera on my hat. If I win the contest, I get a camera on my hat. I really want to win that camera. Well, in this here St. Louis, they were going to have Wi-Fi all over the town. This Wi-Fi thing. And then they decided, hey, we don't got enough money. Cost too much. We got to put antennas everywhere. And they didn't want to put antennas everywhere. And they're saying, we're going to put the antennas. And then the light poles, they didn't have no electricity during the day on the light poles. And so they were saying, well, okay, we're not going to have Wi-Fi everywhere. We're just going to have it in a little place here. And then if it works out, then we'll make it a little bigger and maybe a little bigger. But it says there's a new one. There's this WiMAX that's going to take over anyway. And so once they get WiMAXed out, then it won't matter no more. So I was in St. Louis. AT&T was doing that. They was going to charge for free. That's what we're going to get 20 hours of Wi-Fi for free. 20 hours ain't very much no more. Then there's this Apple story. I don't know, Apple, that's kind of a dumb name for a company, ain't it? Apple. And then they call their software thing, the operating system, they call it Leopard. Apple Leopard. Those two don't go together at all. Leopards don't eat apples. I know that. I know that for a fact. Leopards don't like apples. No. So I don't know why they did that. So anyway, this leopard is new. This new leopard. I don't know why it's special, but it's special. It's a new special leopard. The old one was a tiger, and so now they got a leopard. I don't know, tiger seems better than leopards. Seems like you might have a leopard first and then go like tigers last, because like tigers could eat all the leopards. But anyways, this other thing, they make these iPods, and so they made this iPhone. And I'm saying, well, why would you want to put an iPod into an iPhone? I mean, they're pretty small anyway. Why couldn't you have them like glued together, and then you could have one and then the other, and then if like one breaks, the other one still works, you know? But if they're all combined into one little thing, you drop it in the pond or the toilet or something, and you're fucked. You got nothing. You don't got an iPhone and you don't got an iPod, you know? But if you just drop one in the toilet, then you still got one, you know? Oh, my tie fell off. That happens a lot on the news. Hey, well, Wilbur says I can't move as much. That makes my tie fall off. So I'll try not to move too much. Not doing like dinosaur stuff or anything. So anyways, the next story is this, I don't know, I can't read this too good. Content blocking. There's companies, these like cable companies and AT&T and Verizon. There's apparently they're all being tricky. They're blocking people from doing things. They're saying, well, we don't want you to steal no music, so we're not gonna let you do none of this computery stuff. And then the other company, they didn't like abortioners. And so they said, you can't be on the computer with no abortioning stuff. No, sir, we don't like no abortions. But they changed their mind today after they got caught blocking the abortioners. And then the other people was, I don't know what the hell they were doing. Oh, they were disparaging. You can't disparage on the internet, they're saying. So AT&T was saying, you don't get to disparaging us. If you were disparaging us, we're gonna block you, you stinker, you. So they don't like this stuff. So anyway, Congress gonna look at it. I mean, Congress is stupid though. They all ought to go to special ed school. I could teach them something. Dumb fuckers. So anyways, next story is New York City. New York City is going to make a deal. Apparently a couple of states have done this with the federal government, and they're going to have like driver's licenses that are really secure because they're federalized, and so you can use them for like passports and you know, to break into houses and stuff. You can use them for all kinds of things. Get gum out of the machine. And so these new idea cards, right? But the problem is they're saying they're going to give them to illegal people. And apparently the whole point of having the idea cards is to keep the illegal people from being real people. And so if they're going to let the illegal people have the idea cards, then they'll be real people, and the idea cards won't be no fucking good. And so I was thinking, you know, I don't think they should give them to the illegal people. I mean, I would like a card that says Ed on it, and so nobody could pretend to be Ed. It could be just my special Ed card, and only special Ed could use it. That would be good. I don't want people stealing my identities. Then we got this here, what the hell does that say? Oh, turkey guy. This turkey guy, he was saying nasty stuff. He was saying, we is gonna make Kurd rebels grieve. That's not very nice. And he's coming to this country, and so somebody ought to give him a talking to and say, like, you're not supposed to be nasty to these other people. And even though they're nasty to you, you gotta be a little bit patient because they're kind of retarded. And so if you spend a little time and talk to them, I'm sure you could work this out without having to cause all this grieving. This grieving is you don't want no more grieving. This is not good. I think we ought to hit this guy with a stick. So here's another story. 2/3 of Republicans still support George Bush's war in. Now that's pretty depressing, isn't it? These here Republicans, just wasting a big pile of money, and it's stupid, and oil prices go way up, you know, and they still believe in this bullshit. Dude, that's very discouraging. So let's see, what is that? Oh, the U.S. is going to force the diplomats to go to Iraqi. Apparently, none of them wants to do it for free. I mean, none of them wants to say, I'll go, because they all kind of know that if they go there, they're going to get shouted at. And so instead, they're going to have to go. The guy's going to say, well, you're going, smarty, but I don't like you because your wife said nasty words to me when I tried to pat her on the ass. And so I'm going to send you to Iraqi, you little stinker butt. You know, stuff like that happens all the time. You know, somebody says something like, ooh, I don't like your deodorant. And all of a sudden, I'm in Iraq. You know, it's funny how it works out that way. Speaking of these Dutch guys was over here. And they're going to look at here, this guy, Guantanamo Bay. And they was looking at it and they're saying, well, this is stinky. You shouldn't do this to people. People should live better than in this stinky place. And you should give them trials and stuff, and you shouldn't be able to say, you know, you're no good, and then not say why they're no good. You know, that's not fair. And so they were talking with one of these congressmen, this Lantos guy. He's Jewish. I mean, he survived the Holocaust. And but he said all kinds of nasty stuff, like accusing these Dutch people of being Nazis and shit. That's not right. It seems, you know, just because they don't like Guantanamo Bay, I don't think you can call them Nazis. That's going a little too far, I think. You know, but that guy was always going a little too far. I don't like him much. So that is Kabul. That's how Afghanistan. I didn't know we were still warring in there, but they had their 100th suicide bomber of the year. 100 of them. Well, that's pretty good. 100 people blowing up themselves. Now, I was thinking about that. I mean, 100 people, you know, if they all got into a big pile and said, we're going to blow ourselves up if you don't do something right, that might be pretty, you know, people might do something right if 100 people would do that. I wish I could get 100 people to say, let's say we're going to blow up ourselves if you don't let us have free elections or something. And then, you know, we might be able to get free elections that way because all people say, well, look, they're going to blow themselves up if you don't do it. And everybody would say, well, you know, we don't want them to blow themselves up. But instead they blow up other people, and if you blow up other people, you don't look like a victim no more because now you're being aggressive. Well, people aren't too smart.
Well, there's this other place in Iraq called Ramali, and They had women as police officers, and apparently they're getting harassed by all the men who says, no, these women, I don't have them telling me what the fuck to do. We ain't gonna have that. Women belong, you know, having babies and doing the kitchen work and, you know, being for, you know, having sexual relations and stuff, but they ain't for none of this telling anybody what to do stuff. And I was reading where they don't get $500 a month. Well, you know, that's not very much money for a whole month. Well, we couldn't do much on $500 a month over here. Hey. Well, tie fell off again. Well, anyway, so that's the good news. It's all done now. I did pretty good. I didn't fuck up much at all. And maybe I'll do it again sometime. But you know, I'm going to have to get paid to do this. And I told Wilbur, you know, I'm a professional and I should get paid. That's what I told him. But anyway, so this is Special Ed signing off.